Hi, book lovers. I'm Peg, the book prize addict. I love those book prizes, and there are so many coming out just now, and new ones and different ones. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a prize called the Aspen Words Literary Prize, which comes out tonight, and it's going to be on YouTube by the Aspen Words organization. So I can't wait to see it, but let me tell you about the books first. First of all, the Aspen Words organization is really in Aspen, Colorado, the beautiful mountainous city. They have all kind of workshops for writers and different literary things, but they are awarding this prize in New York City on Madison Avenue in a library. And I was excited enough about that. Well, not that I would be able to get to it, but then last night I read that they have their own YouTube channel, and it's going to be on YouTube at 6:30. You'll be able to see it if in my link. So that will be really fun after I tell you which I think should win. Okay, this prize is a little different in what it's appreciating and looking for. It looks for a work of fiction that illuminates vital contemporary issues, and also the power of the literature to transform thought and culture. I don't know about that, but okay, some of the topics that it's looking for, and which I'll judge my selections on, are violence, racial inequality, gender, environment, immigration, and religion. I think we all agree those are definitely contemporary topics. Okay, so as I go through the books, I'm just going to tell you how I think they fit the criteria for the prize rather than that much about the book themselves. Actually, the first three, I'm sure if you read much, you've already heard of. They've been listed for many prizes already. In fact, the first one, James, has won several big prizes already. It was quite easy to see how it applies to this. Of course, it's a rewriting of Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn, my favorite novel as a kid. And in it, there's several things. There's the violence. Huck fakes his own death, so his violent father can't find him. An alcoholic, I believe. It also makes a racial statement. The slave Jim or James is shown to be very compassionate, intelligent, and a person with agency. So that's certainly a different treatment than even in the first book, though the first book didn't treat him badly, but it was written earlier. Okay, the second one also has already won several prizes, The Safe Keep, written in English, though it takes place in Denmark after not too long after World War II, and an older woman, is living in a family house that she and her 2 or 3 brothers own, but she's the only one living there, and her brother asked her to take in his girlfriend for a while. And this just blows her mind. She's used to living alone and having her own way with things. And you can see all kind of suspicion. She thinks the lady might be stealing her things. It starts out pretty fury fueled, you might say. There's also some things about after war syndromes, the taking of property, that's in there. But actually, it turns into a questions on gender and same-sex relationships in a very interesting way. Okay, the next one, again, has been known, Wandering Stars by Tommy Orange, who wrote a one before this called There, There, and both of them deal with American Indians, or Native Americans as we call it. And he is one, and deals with things from their point of view. And in this one, the first one there took place in modern times in California. Anyway, this one deals with earlier times in the 1800s when the Indians, as they called them then, were made to go to boarding schools, white people boarding schools, and the treatment was not good. And the this caused also this kind of treatment and the feelings toward them caused addictions and just in general the mistreatment of a foreign, well, not foreign, but other people. Okay, the last two are ones I never heard of. I had them on the list of the library just yesterday. They came through, and I am so glad because both of them are great. My picks are, one of them is the one I think they might pick, and then there's the one I would pick. Okay, the one I think they might pick is called Before the Mango Ripens. Incidentally, both of these have to do with mangoes, which I love, and just thought that was kind of interesting. Actually, this takes place in Nigeria in the 1900s. Oh, I see a man coming to, oh, mow or what? Oh, well, I'll just keep going. Other people do. Uh, takes place in Nigeria in 1960s. Small group of Americans form a hospital mission there, medical mission, and there's so much about cultural differences. Of course, a lot of the people that work there are Africans, and just the way people handle things. In particular, there's a doctor, a Nigerian woman doctor, who got her training in Dublin, and she has come back and has a high place in there. And she is really torn between the two. It shows the different cultural differences, and actually there's a religion questions in it too. There's a minister there. Actually, the question comes down to, would it be better if the Americans hadn't come at all? Okay, and the last one, I loved it. I don't know if you will. It's called There is Rio Grande in Heaven, and it's by Ruben Reyes, whose parents were Salvadorian immigrants. So we've already got the immigrant theme in there. But I have to tell you, you have to be ready for surrealness and strangeness. Actually, when I started it, everything was so strange. It could change overnight, wake up and everything's changed. It really reminded me of living in the United States today, very much, and some of the other things. It deals, the first story, it's in stories, they're all kind of related, but not really. The first story deals with a mango farmer in El Salvador, and well, he tells the perfect way to cut up a mango. I don't know, mangoes were kind of new to me 10 years ago when we first started being able to get together with them and get them. And I love the taste, but they're so hard to figure out how to eat. And he tells the magic way to eat a mango right away in the first chapter. But he becomes very rich on mangoes, and he moves to the United States, and he misses his own mango tree that he has brought up. And he's so rich. Now, this, again, we talk about rich people that money is no object. He has mangoes flown to California that his driver picks up for him to eat every morning for breakfast. I mean, is that wretched excess or what? But it is amazing what that plan of flying the mangoes in causes, all the different repercussions and things. It's a good story. I've only been able to read a few, but I'm reading the rest right away. Okay, so this actually, they deal with menacing technology and unchecked bureaucracy, which hits home very much here now. This one in particular deals with immigration, gayness, and coming out for these people, and the world going crazy. That's very realistic. So if you can take some surrealism, which gives me the chills in this book, give this one a read. This is the one I want to read. The other one about the mango ripens, probably if they choose one of the ones who hasn't already had reviews, it will be chosen. But maybe they'll choose one of the three. So hope you get a chance to watch. I'll be back with more book prizes soon. Bye.